Paul. Um, you remember when I asked you to go through the commodities? I'm kind of thinking that these futures, right? This 60% long-term, 40% short-term gain. Somebody said it was a crooked congressman that formulated that. But a lot of people like futures because that's really how it works, right? The gains and losses are 60% long-term gains, 40% short. And if you understand how it works, it can be a really tax-advantaged income for somebody in a higher income tax bracket. um, could you kind of look at the tax returns of those that have been buying and selling futures? And I just want to know how much was their long-term gain and how much was their short-term gain. Now, short-term gains, as I remember it, were taxed at the actual income tax rate of the individual, known as the investor rate. But long-term capital gains were taxed at a different rate, and as I thought about it, it's probably 15%. Yes. Now, I just wanted to know because these are sophisticated investors. Obviously, nobody gets involved in the buying and selling of commodities. Smart individuals, yes. They would never get involved in it unless they understood the tax structure. Now, for myself, I've been wanting to do some buying and selling, and I just looking at these partnerships. It's a irksome document known as the K1. Yes. Now they have the K1 free funds. Yes, it sounds like a good deal actually. They give a bad example, but the truth of the matter is it disgorges a distribution at ordinary income. Now, let's say you're poor, you weren't paying income tax. For you, the distribution will be tax free, right? Now, are there any really poor people that don't pay income taxes that should be investing in this? I think there is. For those that are in the top tax brackets, right? They understand the nicety of the 60% long-term to 40% short-term capital gains. But I want to look at these K1s, isn't that right? Power gains and losses on the US future contracts flow through the fund up to your tax return via an irksome known K-1. London metals can get a different treatment. Your taxable profit would usually be inflated or your loss reduced by the amount of the fund's management fee. And we know they have to have management fees. That's not the issue, okay? Let's say you're getting 4 to 5% a year to manage the monies of somebody that's purchasing an ETF. Sounds like a lot, but you're investing in futures contracts and having been a commodity trading advisor, I realize it's not the 2 and 20. No, it's not. Now I exaggerated it, but I really didn't. Now these K1 free funds, this is a new breed of commodity product that erases the K1 and replaces it with a simple dividend. Yes, I kind of like the idea. If you're in a very low tax bracket, everything's dividends. You don't have to pay long-term capital gains. Wait a second. Long-term would be the same. Let's say you paid no income tax because of your poverty. Yes, then it's a good deal. Could you go through the management fees of all the futures managed ETFs and all the package products and the K1s and then the actual buy? Well, I think there's somebody that thought it was all long-term gains. You don't have any short-term gains. You know, as an investor that's lost $150,000 and I wasn't making any money. I know how to lose money. You wouldn't think that there's any value in that. I know how to carry forward my long-term losses, short-term, long-term. If you go through my tax returns, yes, you will see that as an investor, I'm probably the worst that you. But what I've learned is life experience. Well, you say that It's life experience. That's what's important. It's not that I made money, that I lost all my retirements, I lost my house to foreclosure, somebody kidnapped my children, and I'm a target of terrorism. That's not the problem.